Imagine every human being on the planet was standing in a giant room. And up in the balcony of the room, there was a device that could send out impulses to every human brain at the same time. Now imagine an evil genius standing in that balcony who wanted to control the world. The evil genius would conduct random tests of the population by, let's say, sending out an impulse to raise your right hand. Let's say about half of the people followed the subliminal command and raised their right hand, but the other half didn't. Knowing the evil genius wanted to maintain control over the whole world, which half do you think the evil genius would choose to lead the rest? It would be those who follow the subliminal commands. Those who raise their right hand on command without even questioning why. Let's say most of the population is unaware that someone is sending out subliminal commands. And those who spontaneously raise their hands for no apparent reason look around and bond with other people who also raise their hands. Maybe they think they all have a special connection with God. Simultaneously, they find themselves landing great jobs, buying nice houses, somehow getting lucky in everything they try to do. At the same time, those who did not raise their hands and follow the subliminal command find themselves losing jobs, losing their houses, and somehow becoming unlucky in everything they try to do. But let's say some of the hand raisers become suspicious. They sense something is very wrong. So the evil genius sends out another subliminal command. The command to, let's say, lift their left foot. Some of the former hand raisers lift their left foot also, but other former hand raisers don't. Some of those who originally resisted raising their right hand now give in to raising their left foot. But other resistors who didn't raise their right hand also don't lift their left foot either. Then the double resistors start dying, and the double raisers are shoved into the spotlight. The rest of the humans, who are maybe somewhere in the middle, are then given the message that they should all be like the double raisers. The double raisers then become triple raisers, quadruple raisers, etc., until the evil genius has a group of reliable puppets who are sure to follow any command without any resistance. They become the politicians, the school boards, the media heads. And now the puppets make the laws and rule the social climate. But still, the commands are subliminal. Most don't know it's happening, even the puppets. But let's say one of the resistors in the corner of the room yells it. Immediately, almost before the resistor yells, a command is sent forth and the puppets proclaim the resistor insane. The majority of the population in the center of the room doesn't notice because they're distracted looking at the bright and dazzling lights that are surrounding the puppets. But let's say one of the puppets fails to follow commands, and over time the puppet is changing into a resistor. The evil genius then begins to zap the puppet turning resistor. And let's say one of the long-time resistors tries to help the puppet turning resistor. Then suddenly the puppet turning resistor is dead, and the resistor trying to help that person is labeled the murderer and sent to prison. But the population doesn't notice. They're too busy looking at the dazzling lights. Then let's say the puppets are given top positions in the schools. Most of the younger children follow the subliminal commands, but a few begin to resist around age 9. The puppets then recommend that the children of resistors be taken away from their families and relocated into puppet families so they can be trained properly to be puppets. The children are put through trauma and separated from their families, and the trauma weakens them, and they begin to follow the subliminal commands. But after time, they become strong and they resist on the next test. So the evil genius sends out another trauma to the resisting children. So they weaken and become puppets again. Resistor, trauma, puppet. Resistor, trauma, puppet. Over and over this cycle occurs, and one by one the divergent children die off, some by drugs, some by disease, some by suicide, some by murder. But the population in the center of the room doesn't see. They're too busy watching the dazzling lights. More puppets are brought into the inner circle. Good puppets, good puppets. Everybody should be a puppet. Everybody wants to be a puppet. The commands go on. A few puppets die. That's just the life of the puppets, people say. Be a puppet, be a puppet. The commands go on. Raise your hand. Cover your eye. Frame your eye. Pyramids. Devil horns. Tongue out. Shh. Never speak about the secret commands. Never tell that you are a puppet. Never listen to the resistors. Where are the resistors?